First session of 13th Jatiyo সংসদ to begin on March 12. Inter-ministerial meeting on launching of Pharma Card held with Prime Minister Tariq Rahman in the chair. Government going to launch Pharma Card as a pilot project as soon as possible. Farmers to receive all production benefits and dominance of middlemen to decrease, says Information and Broadcasting Minister Zahiruddin Shapon. Chinese ambassador to Bangladesh Yao Wen pays courtesy call on Prime Minister Tariq Rahman. Discussions held on various issues of mutual interest. Prime Minister Tariq Rahman holds office at Armed Forces Division in Dhaka Cantonment for the first time. Administrators in 6 city corporations appointed according to rules. Local government elections, including city corporation elections, to be held on time, says LGRD Minister Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir. $2,701 constables to be recruited on urgent basis to address manpower shortages in police, says Home Minister Salahuddin Ahmed. Lawyer Aminul Islam appointed as the new Chief Prosecutor of International Crimes Tribunal, determined to continue justice according to aspirations of martyrs and injured of July mass uprising. Amid rising tensions, peace talks between Iran and United States to begin in Geneva with hopes for new progress. And in Mumbai, Zimbabwe batting with the victory target of 255 runs against West Indies in Super 8 match of T20 World Cup. Assalamu alaikum viewers, this is News at 10 on BTV News. I am Imtiaz Ahmed Siddiqui. You just heard the highlights. Let's move on to the detailed stories. President Mohammad Shahabuddin summoned first session of 13th Jatiyo সংসদ at 11 a.m. on March 12. An official release of the Jatiyo সংসদ Secretariat today said President convened this session exercising the power bestowed upon him as per the Article 72 Clause 1 of the Constitution. An interministerial meeting on launching Pharma Card aimed at ensuring fair prices for crops produced by farmers was held today in the meeting room of the Cabinet Division. Prime Minister Tariq Rahman presided over the meeting. The meeting was attended by the concerned ministers and state ministers. Information and Broadcasting Minister Zahiruddin Shapon has said the government is going to launch a smart farmer card for all farmers across the country alongside the family card. He made the disclosure today after a high-level meeting held at the Cabinet meeting room of the Bangladesh Secretariat. The minister said the farmer card will be distributed to all the farmers nationwide directly at the quickest possible time in accordance with the order of the Prime Minister. He said the Prime Minister has directed the concerned ministries to begin work immediately on distributing the smart farmer cards. Zahiruddin Shapon said through this card farmers will receive government services directly and the interference of middlemen in the procurement of agricultural inputs will be stopped. He noted that the government had previously decided to introduce the Smart Farmer Card, and Monday's meeting marked the first formal step towards implementation. The minister said work will now begin through a pilot project, adding that the initiative will be rolled out in phases nationwide. Chinese ambassador to Bangladesh, Yao Wen, paid a courtesy call on Prime Minister Tariq Rahman. The Chinese envoy made the premiere at the Cabinet Division in the Secretariat today. During the meeting, the Prime Minister and the Chinese envoy discussed different issues related to bilateral interest. Prime Minister's advisor, Humayun Kabir, was present in the meeting. Chinese Ambassador Yao Wen conveyed greetings on behalf of Chinese Premier Li Qiang and Chinese President Xi Jinping to newly elected Prime Minister Tariq Rahman. The information was given today at the Secretariat by Foreign Affairs Advisor Humayun Kabir. The Foreign Affairs Advisor said that the meeting between Prime Minister Tariq Rahman and Ambassador Yao Wen was a courtesy call. He added that the Prime Minister has been invited to visit China. They also discussed how bilateral relations can be advanced and how cooperation can be strengthened as development partners. The advisor said that Bangladesh-China relations are historical. The relationship began during the time of President Ziaur Rahman and has since maintained a strong foundation. China is one of Bangladesh's major development partners. Discussions also focused on further strengthening bilateral relations, bringing new dimensions to cooperation and working on national development while safeguarding the interests of the people of the both countries. Prime Minister Tariq Rahman attended his office at the Armed Forces Division AFD in Dhaka Cantonment for the first time today. Prime Minister Tariq Rahman arrived at the Armed Forces Division at 9 a.m. as the chiefs of the three services welcomed him. The Premier exchanged pleasantries with the chiefs of the three services. As part of the day's program, Tariq Rahman adorned Lieutenant General Mir Mushfiq Rahman and Major General Kaisar Rashid Chaudhry with their new rank badges at his office. Prime Minister's Defence Advisor, Brigadier General Retired Dr. A.K.M. Shamsul Islam, Chief of Army Staff General Waqaruzzaman, Chief of Naval Staff Admiral M. Najmul Hassan, and Chief of Air Staff Air Chief Marshal Hassan Mahmood Khan, Defence Secretary Mohammad Ashrafuddin, and Prime Minister's Press Secretary Abu Abdullah M. Saleh and Additional Press Secretary Atikur Rahman Ruman were present on the occasion. LGRD Minister and BNP Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir has said administrators for 6 city corporations, including Dhaka North and South city corporations, have been appointed in accordance with existing rules and regulations. He said the local government elections would be held on time, adding that this election will certainly be given priority. The minister informed this to the journalists at a briefing at the BNP Central Office in the capital's Noyapolton today. Mirza Fakhrul said Prime Minister Tariq Rahman has made a place in the hearts of the countrymen in a very short time, hoping, he said, BNP will build a happy and prosperous Bangladesh under Tariq Rahman's leadership. BNP Secretary General further said that the BNP government is working for a new Bangladesh. Responding to a question on finalizing candidates for the reserved seats for women, BNP Secretary said priority would be given to those who are closely connected to the people and actively engaged in the party, noting that Parliament will make the final call when the parliamentary session begins. Information and Broadcasting Minister Zahiruddin Shapon today said senior journalists will receive retirement benefits and initiatives will be taken to sign an MOU with a major hospital so they can receive priority medical services. The minister made the remarks while addressing a scholarship award ceremony where 402 meritorious students from journalist families received scholarships. The program was organized by the Journalist Welfare Trust. The Information Minister also said that in line with modern media practices, a new descriptor would be endorsed by the ministry to define information. At the program, State Minister for Information and Broadcasting Yasir Khan Chaudhry said the activities of the Journalist Welfare Trust would be expanded further. He added that the scholarship is not only financial assistance but also a symbol of respect for journalist families and an expression of responsibility towards them. Managing Director of the Journalist Welfare Trust, Muhammad Abdullah, Information Secretary Mahbuba Farzana and senior journalists were present at the event. The newly appointed Chief Prosecutor, Muhammad Aminul Islam, has expressed his determination to fulfill his duties according to the aspirations of the martyred in the July mass uprising. He said this while addressing a press briefing after joining as the new Chief Prosecutor this noon. Muhammad Aminul Islam assured that anyone who has committed no wrongdoing would not face harassment, while the real offenders will receive the punishment they deserve. He said the trial will be conducted completely within the law without harboring any hatred towards anyone. The newly appointed Chief Prosecutor also firmly stated that he will not follow any instructions outside the law. Earlier, the government has appointed Muhammad Aminul Islam as the new Chief Prosecutor of the International Crimes Tribunal (ICT), replacing Tajul Islam. He will avail the status, rank and privileges of the Attorney General of Bangladesh. The Solicitor Wing of the Law and Justice Division issued a notification today in this regard, saying the appointment will take effect immediately. The notification, signed by Solicitor Muhammad Manzoorul Hussain, also said the appointment of Advocate Tajul Islam as the Chief Prosecutor of the ICT has been cancelled. Supreme Court lawyer Tajul Islam was appointed as the Chief Prosecutor of the tribunal on early September in 2024. Home Minister Salahuddin Ahmed has announced that orders have been issued to recruit 2,701 constables in the police on urgent basis to address manpower shortages across the force. The minister made the announcement after a view exchange meeting with heads of various departments at the ministry's meeting room at the Bangladesh Secretariat in the capital today. He also said they are going to reinstate the jobs of around 650 sub-inspectors and sergeants who were unfairly disqualified at the final recruitment stage in 2006. The Home Minister stated that the government's primary objective is to manage the law and order forces in line with public expectations, emphasized the need to restore discipline and the chain of command within the police. In a significant policy shift, the minister announced the cancellation of the lottery-based system for appointing officers in charge and superintendents of police, which was introduced during the interim government. To reduce public suffering at passport offices, the minister revealed plans to appoint enlisted assistants following the model of sub-registry offices. These registered representatives would provide services for a fixed charge, particularly assisting people unfamiliar with online systems. He noted that the initiative would both create employment opportunities and curb the influence of brokers. Minister of Road Transport and Bridges, Railways and Shipping, Sheikh Rabiul Alam, today called for avoiding unethical practices in the discharge of official duties and for prioritizing the greater public interest. He made the call while addressing a views exchange meeting with officers and employees of the Ministry of Road Transport and Bridges, along with leaders of various transport workers and owners' organizations at the Secretariat today. State Ministers Habibur Rashid and Muhammad Rajib Ahsan were also present at the meeting. Emphasizing the importance of adopting new initiatives and fostering innovative thinking to meet the government's expectations, the minister said that everyone must carry out their responsibilities with honesty and integrity in their respective fields. He further noted that the development of roads, railways and waterways would bring about a fundamental transformation in the country's communication system. He added that the government remains committed to building a modern communication network to ensure a safe and efficient system. Election Commission has decided to issue national identity cards (NIDs) to citizens aged 16 and above, though they will be eligible to vote only after reaching 18. Election Commissioner Anwarul Islam Sarkar shared this with journalists at Nirbachan Bhavan at Agargaon today. He said the EC successfully conducted a free, fair and neutral election on 12 February. He also added that preparations are underway for local government and city corporation elections, and decision on announcing the schedule will be taken after completing legal process. Now, international news.